Hey everyone, this is Jane with Barlow Herbal, and by now you're used to seeing this guy, Dr. Brandon Nielsen,
Good to see y'all.
and we have a super amazing message today. We were again sitting here this morning doing some crazy, incredible brainstorming for this great project that we're doing, and again we had the idea. Let's do this video um, about this great message you have, and I actually was lucky enough this morning to get some energy work for some issues that I needed to have cleared about helping my business grow and helping to serve more people. And it was really emotional enough for me that I actually had to go fix my makeup before we did this video. So I love this message. I'm just going to let you take it away
Okay,
because this is,
sounds
I
good.
think, something dear to your heart, definitely, because when we were talking, he actually got teary-eyed too. And I think you're going to really love this message. So,
Cool. All
yay.
right. Let's talk about trends. Oftentimes we'll look at what are the trends going on. Don't get too far out of the picture. It's still
Okay.
part of this. So we look at trends of what is going on in the world, what's trending now. And if we look at the top websites in the world, so if you go to alexa.com, you can do this yourself. Alexa. Alexa.com, you'll be able to find the top websites in the world or the most traffic. So of course, when you look there, you're going to find Google is the #1 website in the entire world. Number 2 would be Facebook. Number 3 is YouTube. Number 4 is Baidu, which is a Chinese, kind of the Chinese version of Google. Number 5 is going to be Yahoo. 6 is Amazon. Number 7 is Wikipedia. So let's just go to there. When we talk about, and then it's a bunch more search engines, I'll tell you this, a bunch more search engines, and then number 11 is Twitter. So when I break this down and I say, okay, what is the trend here? What is the pattern? Well, the number one thing we're looking for, or the #1 website in the world, Google, is a search engine. So my question is, what are we searching for? What is it that you're searching for? So it's really interesting. We go to Google and you'll hear people just go and Google it. Well, I don't know where to look. Just go and Google it. So we are searching for something. So oftentimes we can't find it. So number 2 website is when we can't find it, we go to our friends and our close associates, which is on Facebook. And we say, hey, you'll see this. I go on your Facebook, and you'll look and somebody will say, how do you do this? Or what do people recommend for this? So we go and get social. We ask our best peers. We're still searching. Number 3, we're not really finding our answers. We might search some more and then have some fun on YouTube. And we go and get educated on YouTube. But again, still searching. So my question is this. What is it that you, that I, that all of us are searching for? And you know what I really believe we're searching for is wholeness. We're searching for happiness. And the problem is you go to Google, you don't find it truly, so you go to your friends, still don't completely find it. So then you go and have some fun on YouTube, still don't find it, so then you go and search again, back to Yahoo. You go search some more, don't find it. So then you go to Amazon and you buy something thinking that's going to make us feel better and make us feel whole, but you don't find it on Amazon. So then you go and search some more, get to Twitter, and we go to our friends once again seeking for happiness, for wholeness, and we never truly find it. So if we're truly finding, and I know this is happening because just patients yesterday, I was working with patients, they're searching. They want answers. They come to me, but they're still searching. And the biggest problem I see right now is we don't know how to get answers. So we search. We ask our friends. We buy stuff to make us happier, but we don't find it. So what I want to do today is show you how to find answers, being able to connect this with this so that you can find answers. And it's very cool. It's very simple, but I love to have you guys do something and have a takeaway. So the way you do this is, and we can actually, I'll actually show them. The way you do this is by asking and getting clear. So the first thing that you need to do, and I'll actually show you how to do this, because again, you can look on Google, but you're not going to find the answers there to your life's greatest questions. So
that's the key, because when you're talking about that, I Google things. I go onto Facebook. I'll go onto YouTube to maybe find something or look. No, truly. And then I go back to Facebook,
Right.
And then maybe I'll, if I'm going to be vulnerable here, I'll put a picture up that's going to give me a bunch of feedback and likes, and that, that's, I'm searching for um, something from people, accolades or just attention. And then of course I'm right back to Google. And it might even be, we use Google to look up things like what time does a movie start, but I'm
Sure.
talking about, look on YouTube, look for on the motivation channel. I mean, I can relate to absolutely everything that you are saying.
We are searching.
Yeah, so when we were talking about this and he was telling me this amazing way that you can actually say, well, what's the meaning? And this is can be for any little thing. You say, what's the meaning of life?
Absolutely.
That's a huge topic.
Absolutely.
What, and you know what you can tie it down to is why do I need to make this next move, or why? I think it's
Yes.
anything.
Absolutely.
It's not like we're going to give you the way to find the meaning for your life, the whole
Yeah.
one answer. These are little answers that come that you might just need to
They
know.
come as you're able to handle them.
Right.
Jane even said to me, why didn't we work on some of these things that we worked on before? I said, you weren't ready to receive it.
Yeah.
We receive what we're ready to handle. Or as
Yeah.
one said, we put up with the junk that we're willing to put up with, or we put up with the life that we're willing to put up with.
Yeah.
So a couple of questions. What is keeping me from progressing? What is holding me back? What do I need to change? What weakness needs to be changed? How can I improve, or what's my next step in getting more money, more clients? What do I need to be take it to the next level in my business? All these different things we can ask. And you can go and search, but if you want real answers, you have to learn to ask. So the way you do that is very simple. It's a very simple process, and I try to keep things very simple. The way you do that is you actually get grounded. So we'll go ahead and do that now. So in order to get grounded, just allow yourself to sit. Go ahead and close your eyes. And I'm just going to kind of walk you through this, and then you'll take a couple of big breaths in and out, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And I'm just open right now, and I'm just breathing in and out. All right, so I'm going to clear my mind of everything. So completely clear my mind of everything, not thinking. I'm just clearing my mind so there's a blank slate. Then I ask. So what is keeping me from progressing? Or what is my next step in allowing me to progress in my business? How can I be healthy? After you ask, so after you're grounded, breathing in and out, you're in a state of just kind of blank, then you listen. After you ask, then you listen. And you might organize your room.
It might be really simple.
It might be stop complaining. It might be stop eating sugar. It might be take a walk. Start taking daily walks. It can be so simple. But if you follow that, you start to receive greater and greater answers. So here's the thing, we search, but are you getting answers? And when you start to do this, you start getting answers to life's greatest questions. And then as you start to follow the answers that you get, more and more comes to you. So I'll just tell you this, I get great answers. I was telling you this, I get phenomenal answers. And I am guided, and I know where to go. I am inspired. In fact, just so you know, I know you need this because this morning I asked. I did this very thing. I know you need this because I asked. And so I'll tell you a quick little story. Is it all right if I do? Okay.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, I get such great answers that I actually questioned an answer from 2 years ago when I moved back from Hawaii to Utah. I had a question. I kept my business down south, and I lived in Salt Lake City. It did not make much sense, but I asked, and the answer was to keep your business down south. For 2 years, okay, I always get quick answers. This one was a little bit hard for me to understand. So I asked that question 2 weeks ago, once again, trying to understand, still not knowing why I moved south. That day, a patient came in, and she said, Dr. Nielsen, I got to tell you something. She said, it's the most amazing thing, but because you were I was in Orem, Utah, because you were in Orem, Utah, all of these different things that's changed in my life. All of these things have changed. And it's affected my family and my husband. And now she just spoke at a convention in front of hundreds or even thousands of people at this convention that she spoke at. She said it's the most amazing thing. You were in Orem, Utah. That day I got my answer. I was supposed to be in Orem, Utah. And you know what? That tells me that there is something out there, whether you call it universe, God, that is so interested in your life that he would be willing, that it would be willing to even keep me in a place that didn't even make sense to my eyes, but it made sense to this patient's eyes, that has completely changed their life and now affecting their community, and I expect to affect the world. So again, you clear your mind, you get a blank slate, as I call it, and then you ask. After you ask, you listen. And then the thing that comes, and it's going to be not a thought so much. Oftentimes it's kind of a feeling thought. It's one of those answers that it's like it's different than your own voice. And you're going to have to experiment with this. And then once you start understanding how that works, you follow it. And as you follow it, you'll continue to receive more and more and more, including what it is that you need to do, like a message, what it is that you need to do in your business, whatever it is that you need to do, you will get answers that will allow you to be happy and whole.
Yeah, and you know what I love so much about this message? Especially when you said it might be telling you the feeling or the thought will come into your head, I need to go for a walk. So it's not like there's going to be something that's going to say you need to go climb Mount Kilimanjaro. It might be
but probably
that.
not. It's usually more simple.
Well, that's what I mean.
Like
I think
organize your desk space, eat more fruits and vegetables.
right.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of the whole big takeaway that I got when we started talking about this is we think, what are we searching for? And that seems like there's a little book called Man's Search for Meaning, which is an amazing book.
Phenomenal.
And it's one of my favorite books. And so we think, well, what are we searching for? And we talked in the beginning about this, about we're searching Google, we're searching Facebook, we're searching YouTube, we're going back to Facebook, we're going back to Google. And when we think, well, what are we searching for? We are searching for big things in our life. But in order to get to the big things, we need to do the little things that's going to get us there and compound and move us ahead. So if you need to find out what's my next step, or what was the meaning of this, or why did I do that, or simply you don't feel whole or connected, do this technique, ask. And then if it's a simple answer, don't just brush it aside and say, oh, well, that is not important. Because the simple answers are important. Because I'll tell you, I've gotten some of my best ideas, some of my best calming, some of my best relationship connections out of simply going out and going for a walk, or going up and going for a hike, when that might seem like a simple thing, but those things compound into big things. So, that to me is such a big takeaway. And I love what you said about you were in Orem for 2 years, and forever you didn't know why you were there.
Yeah.
And then you realized that there's this one person who was affected so deeply by you. And think about, like he said, whatever you call God, the universe, every person is that important, that they're going to put people in your path and in your place and in your way, sometimes in your face. Like sometimes, like this morning, we did some work that got in my face a little bit today, in a good way, because I had some stuff that's been holding me back, and I was kind of like, well, why didn't this get cleared quicker, or what? And it was like, well, you weren't ready. Right. So this is my deepest hope. I hope that this is something that you can really internalize and take a minute and do. We don't clear our minds very often because there's so much coming at us. Yeah. And we purposely put things in our path. We purposely go onto Google and all those things. We do that to distract our mind. And you've heard the phrase monkey mind. It's like, so take a minute, turn everything off, be in a quiet place, sit where your feet are on the ground, and ground yourself, close your eyes, and just ask. So don't be afraid to ask. And you know what? Thank you so much for watching and listening. Obviously, we love what we do, and we hope that you got a great benefit out of this. So thank you again for coming down here.
Thank you.
Okay, talk to you guys soon.